I'm kind of speechless right now. Under all this horse poop right here, I'm even kneeling in it, I think that's a gold ring. Oh, it's not a gold ring. That is a gold bracelet. Oh my God. Hey, I'm back. Metal detecting. I'm in the pastures at the horse farm, and I'm kind of close to where I found some of the other silver coins, and I have another silver coin. It looks like it's dime size. Let's take a look. So I just dug it out of this hole. It's near this root. It's right there. And I already have my water. It's a seeded dime. Oh my God. Yes. That's a seeded dime. Oh, it's a half dime. It's a half dime. Oh, yeah. This is #1 on my most wanted list. It is a half dime, a seeded Liberty half dime. Let me clean it up and I'll come back. Oh, this is an awesome find. Okay, so I have my viewfinder really magnified right now. It's an 1851 seeded Liberty. You can still see Liberty on her shield. Oh wow, this is in really fantastic shape. And there it is, a half dime. This is #1 on my most wanted list. I can check it off. Is there a mint mark on this? I don't think there's a mint mark, but man, it is in fantastic shape. An 1851 seeded Liberty half dime. How do you know you're on a really old permission? You dig musket balls. I think this is too small for a musket. I think this might be for a pistol, like a flintlock pistol. But that is a lead projectile, and I think it is a pistol ball for a flintlock pistol. Jeez, this place is amazing. Just flipped over this plug right here, and there you go, right on the top of the plug. It looks like, hoping it's a button and not a shotgun shell. If it is a button, it doesn't have a shank anymore. Let's see what we got. I think this is a pewter button, or a tomback button. It's got that like center. Yeah, I think this is a tomback button. It's a nice early piece. There's a lot of horse poop that I'm dealing with in this field, and worms, and I think I'm near where the burn pile was, but right there, I think I have another button. I do. I think it's a 2-part button. I'm having trouble seeing it through my viewfinder here. I'm going to clean it, and then I'll be back to show you what is on it. It does look like it still has the shank, because the shank is right there. Okay, so it is a military button. It's got the general seal on there with the eagle, spread-winged eagle, and did a pretty decent job cleaning it here in the field. One of the things that's really neat about it is when I turn it over. Oh Jesus. Take a look. There's still another piece. There's the shank, and then there's something going through the shank. That's not. That's metal. So I'm not going to clean it up too rough here in the field. I'm just going to put it back in my pouch after I wrap it. But another great find. You know what I wanted to show you guys? So I recently cleared out an old carpentry shop from someone, and I found these old style toothbrushes, velvet tip by Butler, and they have this little rubber pointer on the end of them. They're great for cleaning, and the bristles are super soft, so they're great for cleaning coins. You can like use the little thorn to dig out of places, and then you can really gently clean the coins and buttons. And I think that's one of my problems, is that I'm a little too aggressive as far as cleaning things. I don't know when to stop. So hopefully I'll get better at that, and it all starts with this here button. I just dug the military button, the big military button right here, right? And then I had to reopen the hole because I was still getting a signal. I had a lot of trouble finding it, but it's right there, and it's not a button. This looks like it could be a locket or something. Or some kind of metal. As I said, I think this is, I think this might be a religious medal, you know, like the kind that all Catholics used to wear when they were a kid. All right, let me clean this one up. So I don't think it's a religious medal. I think it's a sports medal. I think that's a guy playing football or maybe baseball. On the back, it's got a lot of script, but I can't read any of it because my eyes are so bad. But I will figure it out when I get home, and that is a cool find. And it was coming up on my Garrett, but it was just like every third swipe I would hear a high tone. And then when I opened up the hole and I saw that there was some old like pottery and whatnot in there, I thought I was in good shape. That is a coin right there, and it's an odd size. It's a little bit bigger than a nickel, and it's a little bit smaller than a quarter. I think this is a 2-cent piece. I think, but you know what? Copper coins are getting destroyed in this field. I'm almost sure that that is a 2-cent piece. I'm going to clean it and then see if I can get any idea on it. But it's the size of a 2-cent piece. It was coming up as a 77, which is what it rings up on my machine. And I think I have a 2-cent piece here. That would be awesome. Well, I was wrong. And I'm glad I was wrong. It's much older than a 2-cent piece. That is a draped bust, half-cent. That's Lady Liberty. Looking to the right, you can see the bow in the back of her hair there. And then I flip it over and you can't really get much off of this side. But that is a half-cent. Wow, that is a fantastic find. That's a draped bust, half-cent. All right, I wasn't thinking that old, but I guess I should be. I had 2 signals in this hole. I just took a wheat cent, like right from there. You can see where the imprint was. There's something big and copper in the hole as well. What is this? This is a button. Again, the shank is broken off. So, another big button out of these fields. Today is a button day. That's like a dandy, like a convex dandy button. So they were probably dropped at 2 different times. I'm kind of speechless right now. Under all this horse poop right here, I'm even kneeling in it, I think that's a gold ring. Oh, it's not a gold ring. That is a gold bracelet. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is a gold bracelet. Holy smokes. Oh, wow. That is incredible. What a find. It was coming up as a 47 on my machine, and I was like, should I even dig this? That is a gold bracelet. I'll clean it up when I get home. See if I can get what type it is. But that is for sure a gold bracelet. Wow. Man, what a day. Incredible. Anyone who's watched my channel over the last couple years knows that I am nuts about crotal bells, and here is a portion of one that was probably really, really big. That is a bummer. That's at least an 8, I would think. Rats. Okay, so what I wanted you guys to know is that all of these signals today have been really just sketchy, iffy signals. It's all been an area that I already hit pretty good, but I'm going through it really thoroughly and just checking every just minute signal that I'm getting. I've dug a lot, like 24 hot rocks, but there's another coin in the hole here. And I popped out this clump, and if you see in that clump, there's the edge of, I think that's a worm right there. No, it's not. It's just a little twig or something. But I think the edge there is a coin. Maybe it's not a coin. I don't know what that is. Wait, it is a coin. I'm just holding it so close. It's massive. So there's the coin. It's just coming up low, like in the 60s, so it's probably going to be an Indian head cent. But like I said before, coins, let me switch hands here. Coins in this field are, copper coins in this field are just hammered. This is a really thick planchette. I'm thinking that this is going to be an early Indian head cent. Found other ones in this field. There it is. There's the Indian. What's the orientation here? Is that it? I think that's it right there, right? Wow, Indian head cent. That's a thick planchette, so that's going to be 1860 to 1864. We're on the thick planchette like that. But man, what a day. Incredible. Sorry for the wind, but how about this one? A pipe wrench. It probably had a wooden handle at one time. That's why it's so small. Narrow, the handle. But honestly, this is a crazy signal. Shovel just went in the ground, and look what popped up. Oh man, this is a beauty. Ah, wow, I love finding these keys. Beautiful. Just super green. That's an awesome find. It's a little bit mangled, probably got stepped on by a horse, but that's a brilliant find. All right. Here's another penny-sized coin in a clump. You switch hands. And this one feels thick too. Any identification on these? I'm telling you, these are in rough shape. I'm right near the hay holder, so I imagine there's been a lot of horse traffic here. Well, this is a tough one to figure out. You can see what I'm coming across. That was with the most gentle cleaning I could do with my toothbrush. Just these copper coins are just getting crushed. That does feel thick, but it could just be me. I don't know. I would assume it was an Indian, but this is probably going to be my last find of the day, and it's been a heck of a day. But I just found a large cent, so I think I might quit now. It's right there. It was deep, and it is dark too. What a day. Half cent, gold, Indians, half dime, and now a large cent. Let me see if I can get any identification off of this, but it's definitely a large cent. Oh, I think that might be the bust side right there. Okay, here it is. I think that's the bust side, or the obverse. And I can't really identify this in the field. So for all those people who are freaking out, who know what this coin is, you're gonna have to cut me a break, because it's cold and windy, and I've been at it for 5 hours now, and I'll figure it out when I get home. But all right, check this out. This is the board for two hunts, two Sunday afternoon hunts. One was from last year before the winter set in and the ground froze, and then from the first hunt, which was 2 weeks ago, on a Sunday afternoon. And then I went just this past week after work for about 2 hours. So I would say probably 12 hours altogether gave me all this stuff. This is all at the horse farm. The pipe wrench, the crodle or sleigh bell, the part. I wish it was the full thing. It's padlock with design on it. Shackles broken off. That's where the key went in. Small one. This is a valve stem, a Schrader valve stem for a like an antique automobile inflatable tire. That's where the air would be put in. Some horse buckles, which you would expect in a field that has horses in it. This is what I call the dandy button. It might be a little small for a dandy button. It is convex. It's a nice find. It's an early find, probably. And a tomback button. So that's a neat find. That's an early one as well. I found 5 flat buttons, 2 that are about the cuff size buttons, 2 that are silver wash, and then 1 that's got a rolled over edge. This is the military buttons. This is the cuff button, military side, 2-piece military, and then this is the one that has the wire in it. That's a coat button. And in the same hole as that, I found this religious token, and I thought it was a football player, but it's actually a saint or Jesus. And then on the back, it's got a Bible verse. So those two were in the same hole together. Hinge from some kind of toolbox or jewelry box or something. This is silver, probably a silver handle from a utensil. And this is also silver, and that's probably fancy from like a clock or maybe like a jewelry box or something like that. A non-precious ring. That was probably gold gilt at one time. Here are the 2 lead balls that were projectiles. That one you can still see the sprue on it pretty good. It's where the lead got poured in the mold. The skeleton key, but these really aren't called skeleton keys. They're called bit keys. But I'm going to call it a skeleton key because everyone else calls it a skeleton key. On the back of the bow, you see the number 8. And you can also see how it got mangled. So I imagine a horse probably stepped on this after it was dropped. This is neat. This is a little sterling buckle. You can see where it says sterling right there. So that's pretty cool. And a scutcheon for a doorknob, spigot, brass spigot, like water spigot. This is some kind of locking mechanism for like a gate or a cabinet or something. I found 3 wheat cents, one from the teens, 19 teens, and then 2 from the 1950s. This is the solid 14 karat gold bracelet, and if you notice, it's got like enamel work on it, and then the 14 karat mark is right there. I don't know. I'm gonna. It looks like it's from the 20s to me, but that's just me guessing. I'll have to show it to the homeowner, property owner, and see if it's family jewelry. And if it's family jewelry, I'd like to return it. Otherwise, I'll be happy to keep it. A buffalo nickel from 1927. Here's the 3 Indian head cents. That's the best looking one. It's from 1904. That's the thick one, or the fatty, from somewhere between 1860 and 1864. This, the last coin, let's see if I can do this right. Right about there you can see is King George III. And this is a Virginia halfpenny, which is neat because I've never found one. That's what the back is supposed to look like, but I can't get anything off of the back of this thing. But the front, you can still see King George on that, the 3rd. He was the one that lost America in the Revolutionary War. This is a draped bust half cent, and Lady Liberty is hard to see on this, but this is the front side of her. You can see the back of her head and like her collar, and then there's a hair bow. That's what she's supposed to look like right there. And then on the back side, our coins flip like that. You can't get anything off of this one, but happy to get a half cent. And then the half dime is the find of the week. You would think it would be the gold, but I've never found a half dime before, and this was just a stunner for me. 1851 half dime. Before we had nickels, we had half dimes. So, spectacular find, and just there's plenty more to be found at this permission. I'm sure of it. Just signals everywhere in the ground. So keep an eye on my channel. I also have another permission that I'm going to tomorrow, another new one, an old house. I have some beach combing videos coming up, so there's a lot of content I'm going to post over the next couple months. Just keep an eye on my channel, Tuesdays at 8 a.m. Thanks everyone for watching, and always be looking down.